ever Minecraft podcast in the world. I'm the
Yo.
host, Zizzy, also known as Leo, my real life name. And one of the co-hosts, introduce yourselves.
I'm Ice Burrito, also known as Ale. I help with the production of this podcast.
I am must lick my nuts, and I go by Marco, and I manage the social media, mostly TikTok.
And
And
I'm Pancake Gamer, and I go by Gerardo, and I'm kind of just here to talk. I don't really manage anything,
He's the guest for today's episode.
but
Even
I'm
though
gonna be I'm gonna be here most of the time.
even though he's
Yeah.
gonna be here every week.
he's a
So
long time guest
Yeah,
until
I'm a
next
long
season.
time guest.
This
Yeah.
season we have 3 million episodes, so
3 million.
I mean, that should be how long, like how many days we're gonna be in quarantine, so we can do it.
Yeah, that's actually true.
yeah. So like yeah.
All right, the first topic
Wait.
is
Wait though, can I? I mean, I know this isn't the best time, but do you have your HUD off, like completely off, so it doesn't show your like hotbar and stuff?
yeah.
Okay, you can cut that out. Okay, I just wanted to ask.
All right.
Okay. What was the first topic, Leo?
All right. So, what got us into gaming?
Uh,
Who wants to
you
start?
can go left or on the table if you want.
We could
Alright,
go
Marco.
what is it, clockwise? Okay.
Yeah.
So what got me into gaming was my brother. My brother, he had bought the PS2, I believe, when it first came out, and was like playing. I forgot what came out. It was like some random shooter game, and I was like, "Yo, that's cool." And like I'd watch him for hours and hours and hours on end.
Is that
And
actually
then, yeah, it is true, just true. And then he got the PlayStation 3, and then that's when he started playing COD, and he played BO2, and he was pretty godly. And I by that time I didn't even know what was going on. But like, by the time the fourth PS4, I mean like the PlayStation 4 came out, that's when I got into it. And that's where I got introduced to like Black Ops 3, Minecraft, and a whole bunch of other games like GTA. And yeah, that was my start. Was the PS4. And yeah.
That's soup. Soup. Okay. I meant to say sweet, but I said soup. Okay.
pretty super?
Gerardo?
All right.
I thought you were gonna say something like that's super cool or something, but you just said that's soup.
I literally could have recovered from that.
Yeah, you should have improvised. You should have been like some donkey stuff, like that's super cool. Alright, the way I got into gaming was basically I have two older brothers, and just like Marco, when I was a kid, they already had all these cool consoles like they had the PlayStation 2 obviously, but they also played on stuff like Game Boys. They had like two Game Boy Advance things, and then I'd play like Mario on them, and I also play like Mario Kart and some other stuff, and soon enough, like in the future, we got things like Nintendo 2Ds and whatchamacallit, like we got a PlayStation 3 in the future. But around that time, I was kind of on my own because the people that I knew at school, like my friends now, like you guys, I didn't have any of you guys that had consoles or the same things I had. So I kind of had to make my own friends online. And I met a couple of guys that, were cool. But then after, like, once my PS3 broke, I bought a PS4. A bunch of you guys started getting them. So then I started playing with people I actually knew in real life. And then that started making gaming a lot funner. Because I actually played with people who I'd consider my friends,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, as Marco mentioned the other day, we started playing things like Rocket League. We started playing things like Black Ops together, and then after that, things just happened, and then we just kept on going.
Sounds about right. Okay, moving on.
Alright.
Ice Sky Burrito.
So I was like 6, right?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I had always watched my brother play Fallout on the PlayStation 3. He would
Also, that's how you got
occasionally
into it.
he would occasionally let me play. But like, I was too scared to play the game because I was like 6. And then I started getting into other games, and I forgot. I got into Resident Evil, at Resident Evil
Which one?
5 specifically.
Uh,
And then every time the boss came up, I quit the game because I was too scared to fight the boss. And
I didn't like
then,
Resident Evil 5.
I never played
uh,
any of the games, so I don't really know what to like.
yeah, I guess, yeah. But
Actually, it
yeah,
was okay, but I felt like Resident Evil 5 was better with the multiplayer or two-player experience, and I played it single player, so
yeah,
I didn't really like it.
I played it, first and and 2 players. But yeah, I mainly started on the PlayStation 3, and then I had my neighbors, and, they had like everything, cause all 3 of them were like gamers, bruh. They had Nintendo 64, a GameCube, and that's how I got into the Legend of Zelda series through the N64 and the GameCube. And then eventually I was like, I don't know, I was like 9 or 10, and I got my own GameCube, and I literally would play it nonstop. We also had a Wii, bruh. I played Guitar Hero with my brothers, but that's pretty much how I got into gaming, just watching people play, and then I just found it fun, and I haven't stopped, and I'm 15 now, so it's kind of sad. Okay. Why are you still looking at me?
No reason. So, so basically, how I started gaming was like Gerardo and Marco. I had an older brother, or I have an older brother who would he would like play games on the PS2 because he owned one, and I would play with him. But I don't really remember like games I would play with him. Like far as I know, the games like I would play were on the Xbox, like the original Xbox. Like I would play Spider-Man 2 and this one rollerblading graffiti game where like you have to like your character is like on rollerblades and you have to like spray paint walls and shit. Yeah, that type of game. And slowly I would move on to like more shooter games like Black Ops. Like Black Ops was my first ever shooter game, but I always play zombies instead of multiplayer. And I got into zombies when I was like around 11 years old. And then that's when my brother got his PS3 and I moved on to like GTA and stuff. And after that, I got a PS4 bundle that came with Black Ops 3. And my first, probably like the first time I ever played with you guys was with Ale. I think Ale was like the first person I played with. I don't remember though. But yeah, and then I met all of you guys through Ale, I think, on PlayStation. And yeah, the rest is history. We're all here now.
What do you mean through PlayStation?
Like, I joined on this party, and then that's where I met Marco, and that's where I met you too. I think I met all of you
But
guys
we
through
knew
Ale.
you in real life, though.
Yeah, I know that.
By the
No,
way,
that was
we
like,
all went to the same school. We all went to the same elementary school and middle
yeah.
school. But Marco currently right now is going to a different high school.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. But you know, it is what it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And yeah,
Don't do it. Don't do it, man.
and
Don't do
yeah,
what?
He had an egg. That's why.
huevos and frijoles. But yeah, that's the backstory behind everybody. All right, moving on.
What? What about YouTube? What about you, Ale? How'd you like wanted to pursue
I
YouTube?
mean, corn dog. What's it called? What was the topic? I like literally just came up.
We were talking about like how we got into gaming.
Right.
What
He
about?
said, "What about YouTube?" And he said, "I'm eating corn dogs."
No, actually,
Bruh.
actually, before that, we should probably like our friend group. Like, how did we all meet each other?
You just lag.
How did we all meet each other?
Well, I met Gerardo when I was like 4. We are both, like, I'm 16. Gerardo's about to be 16 in like 30 days. So, like, we've known each other, like, it's pushing on 12 years right now. And I've
It's
known
really been
Alice
that
since,
long.
like, second or first grade, I believe.
Yeah,
Ale.
something like that. We weren't super close until
We
like
weren't super close until, like,
I can't
fifth,
remember.
sixth grade, I
Yeah,
believe, or
like 5 or
4,
6.
around there. I don't know. But and then we started becoming close, and then middle school came along, and we became super close. And then high school came along, and I ended up going to a different high school, and then
We're still super
I
close. So.
we were still super close. And then I met Leo in 6th grade. He showed up and was like, I'm new,
Hey.
and I like video games and Minecraft, so let's be friends. And then we all became friends.
hmm
I don't think it was like
We
more
cu-
like that. I met you guys like through one of our old friends named Vanessa,
Vanessa.
and Kevin. But yeah.
Yeah, Vanessa and Kevin.
Oh my god, dude! You know what I just remembered?
Mhm.
I don't know if Leo was there, but there's no Leo wasn't there. It was I think it was in 5th grade where basically we had like our one like black friend. His name was Kakura. I
Oh,
think it was Kakura that
yeah, was
we were in recess and we were playing soccer, and I think it was Kakura that grabbed this one other skinny black kid that was in the 6th grade, and
Jesse.
oh, that was
yeah,
Jonathan.
Jesse.
That
Oh
was
yeah, it was
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
That was
Yeah,
Jonathan.
yeah. We were playing soccer, and Donovan grabbed Jesse and just threw him on the ground while we were playing soccer randomly. It was the funniest shit ever. It's hard to explain, but it was super funny. Oh my! Can anybody explain it
It
better?
was like bullying, bruh.
Okay, so what had happened was we were in the middle of a soccer game, and Jesse was a year older than us, but he was like really skinny and kind of like a geek, but there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But like our friend Jonathan was like, "Yo, I want to play with you guys," and Jesse was like, "Nah, I'm the only African American that's allowed to play." And then, no, I'm just kidding.
You can't say that.
no, he can say African American.
It's okay.
That's
It's okay.
no, that just sounds bad though.
That's
Okay,
true.
he could cut it out. He could cut it out. Okay, so basically, what had
can't.
happened was, Jonathan and Jesse had joined us that day, and Jonathan didn't really like Jesse, so Jesse ended up getting in Jonathan's way, and then Jonathan grabbed Jesse's arm, and he did a 360, and then Jesse was flying like a frisbee, and like Jonathan kind of threw him, and it was hilarious. It was really funny. And yeah, that's what happened.
Dude, I for some reason remember it being a Kakura. I'm mixing it up when it was either I slide tackled Kakura or I
And he
stepped
did a
on his
front
hand.
flip.
Yeah, and
I remember
Bro, that
that.
was funny. Dude, there were so many times that when we were in like elementary school when we were playing soccer, there'd
Some
just be
funny
like
shit
an
would happen.
unfortunate
Some
series of
funny
events,
shit.
like remember
when you kicked the soccer ball to Jonathan's leg and it hit you.
yeah,
And
and to
then
his
it
knee.
came back and hit you in the face.
What?
Yeah, and
That
then
happened?
there's this other time where I kicked the soccer ball and I tried to kick it into the goal, but then it ended up hitting the post and it came back and it like hit my nuts. And I remember
I remember that
that
too.
happened to Nathan as well. That happened to Nathan as well.
Yeah.
Nathan was
Yeah,
on the ground.
the only thing I can remember with Nathan and Marco is when the ball came up their legs, bro, and it looked like they were humping each other, bro.
Oh, I remember that.
It's like burned
That's
into my
funny.
head, dude. That was hella fun.
Yeah, I
I don't remember
remember that.
that.
It had like it got caught in between us, and I was like trying to get it out, and I was like just straight up like humping Nathan, and it was the funniest thing ever. I completely remember that. I remember that so vividly.
Do you have any stories at your school, Leah? Your old
Um,
elementary school?
well, it was actually in middle school.
Oh yeah,
What are
but
your
I
memories at
remember,
that place?
I remember this one time where like me and my friends wanted to like do parkour, but we did not know how to do parkour. So there was like these steps in like the middle of the school, like kind of like a quad, but there's like steps, and we're just jumping off
Mhm.
them, doing parkour. But that day I ate like so many like lunch churros, and they were like bad, dude. They're like bad. I don't know why I ate them. Like my friends just gave me a bunch of them, so I just ate like I think like four, like max of four, like mini churros. And I was just fucking jumping around, and then it ended up like causing a sickness for me or something. Like I started throwing up and shit, and I felt really sick.
Yeah, no wonder you're throwing up. You're jumping while fucking eating four of those things, dude.
No, but
It
I
makes
already
sense
ate
what you
them.
threw.
I already ate them, but I was just like jumping, like off
Exactly. You
shit.
gotta wait a
Yeah,
while for it to sit.
but it was lunchtime. I'm not gonna wait like a whole like hour for the
Parkour.
food to go down. Like,
Sucks to suck when you're not a fast metabolizer guy. I don't
Fast
know.
mentality.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how to use it. Whatever.
but yeah, and then I had to go home. Cause yeah, and then that taste of the churro was like so bad, and it stuck to my mouth for like months, dude.
Oh yeah, how was your guys' experience in elementary school, like peeing yourselves and pooping yourselves?
I did it as a sport,
Uh,
bruh. In second grade, me and my friend would challenge each other to see who could pee themselves first, and
um,
I won
I
sometimes.
I wasn't raised to shit my pants, so I wasn't really like comfortable with that kind of scene. I was really new to that scene, and everybody else. Like there was this kid, his name was Arturo. He was the nastiest motherfucker I've ever met. And
Dude, oh my god.
this man would take a shit in his pants, like just straight up, just like, and it would just sit in his pants, and then like he'd walk around the classroom, and then he'd just like let it fall out of his shorts and like onto the floor. It was like the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
I don't remember that.
No. This happened at the Boys and Girls Club. This happened at the Boys and Girls Club.
Oh, didn't he shit on the
He,
wall and there's like a still stain like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
this day?
I was there. I saw it.
yeah, it was that kid was the nastiest kid I had ever met, and he's a year younger than us. So, and we were in the 6th grade, so like he was doing that in 5th grade. That's kind of nasty. Um, and yeah, um, that's the nasty story that I have with shitting and pissing myself or watching someone else do it in school, and it was kind of nasty.
Oh no, what?
I'm not gonna name the kid at our school that did it, but didn't that one kid that we always talk about shit in the urinal?
Oh, what kid?
The one that starts with a C?
Oh, I don't think so.
I heard stories of like no it wasn't that he shot in the urinal. It was that when he took a piss he like dropped his pants entirely.
Oh
I
yeah.
was there. I saw it.
I was there too.
I think
You
I
saw
saw it
his
once
cheeks?
too.
I saw his ass cheeks. I remember seeing his ass cheeks. And like, I would walk in and his pants would be at his ankles and he was at the urinal. And like his pale white ass cheeks would just be hanging out. It was kind of disgusting. Or
Yeah,
not
take
really
note.
kind of, it was like
Yeah, take
completely
note.
disgusting.
Speaking of urinals, one time in elementary school and like the after school program, I went to the bathroom and I saw like a whole family right there, and then like a little girl was like
Oh.
legit like shitting in the urinals.
I remember that. You told me that.
Yeah, that was like the weirdest shit ever. So I just walked out, dude. And I just went all the way like across the school, like to the other bathroom.
Yeah, I know. I would have been traumatized.
I mean,
Yeah, little girl pooping in the men's urinal, bruh.
I mean, it was weird too because the other bathroom, I forgot to mention this, but like supposedly that bathroom was like haunted or some shit.
We kind of had one of those in
Yeah, we had this the
elementary
Bloody
school.
Mary, right? And
Yeah,
then the
exactly.
Bloody
That was
Mary
like at
rock.
our school too, like the Bloody Mary
We
shit.
had a Bloody Mary rock at our school,
A
or
rock.
that's what the yeah, it was a rock. It was a huge rock coming out of like the ground, and everybody was like, "Yo, like that's the Bloody Mary rock." Like if you stand on it, she gonna lick your nuts or something like that.
So
She's
dumb.
gonna
Just
tickle your
lick your
balls.
nuts.
She's gonna tickle your balls if you stand on there. But yeah, there was like that rumor, and like it was kind
So,
of like weird
so like
growing
she'll
up.
like try to like tickle your pickle.
Yes, she would tickle our pickle, and then
You
like
experienced it?
yeah, I experienced it, but it was
What?
more like my asshole instead of my pickle. So like she tickled my
So
ass.
you can confirm that she's real. The
Yeah,
rock is cursed.
the rock it is cursed.
So what you're
Is it a good
basically
curse?
It's a good curse. You'd probably like it if you like your ass tickled. But
what the fuck? All right,
and then we had All right, go ahead.
what are some like conspiracy theories do you guys believe in?
I believe the moon landing is fake,
You're
and
the most
I
basic
believe.
motherfucker there is.
Well, you don't believe the moon landing is fake?
I mean,
No,
I don't pay
I
attention. I really don't care.
don't
And
know.
if you do your research, there's evidence that
It
there's
could have been
evidence like
fake.
I've seen
it
the
it,
evidence.
it could have been fake, but I kind of do believe it's fake because the video showing that us supposedly landing on the moon, and when Neil Armstrong went to go place the flag, the American flag on the moon, it was like waving, and like there's no possible way it could have been waving because there's no oxygen on the moon, so like it would have just stayed still. And like
Because
it was like waving, and there's no oxygen, there's no wind, there cannot be any kind of like wind in space, and it was waving
in
like
space,
Yeah,
did
because
you
it's
say
a
in
there's no
space.
wind in space?
yeah, it's a
No,
space vacuum.
so like,
There's like no atmosphere, just like because it's different on Earth.
Yeah.
and the second reason I believe that the moon landing was fake was because in the video, oh no, the the people at NASA claim to have lost the technology to take people to the moon, and
What?
like we could like we could like like recover stuff that was said and like was taught like 2,000 years ago, but yet we lose like files and like technology that only happened like 60 years ago, which I like don't believe. And then another point that I wanna say is what do rockets use in order to fly? Like let me just
Jets.
put jets, right? Okay, like what comes out of the jet?
Uh,
Flames,
Okay,
yeah.
fire.
so wait, okay, you
Yeah.
said flames, right? You said flames.
Hmm.
Basically,
So
yeah.
what do flames need in order to be flames? So they need oxygen
Fuel.
and then fuel, right? So like in space there is no oxygen. So you do the math, like how could there be a rocket in space that needs oxygen for the flame to propel itself? Like it's just little things that like don't make sense at all. Like how does that make
I
sense?
mean, I was literally just watching the SpaceX video where they got
Wrong.
the two astronauts to the International Space Station, like literally like 2 days ago or 3 days ago.
But I'm talking about the moon landing. I'm not talking about.
But you
But
you
how
just
how
were
did they do
talking
it?
about how jets, like, I mean not jets, spaceships couldn't like move in space because there's no oxygen. Which
That's what I'm saying. Like
I don't I, I don't know
you
how
need
that makes
oxygen
sense because
for flames and combustion. You know, it's hard. It's like it's a hard topic to explain. because like, I don't have anything to like explain to you in front of me. So like, it's just off the top of my head, just this discussion. Any of you guys believe in anything else?
I think 6ix9ine's a
than
part
that?
of the Illuminati.
What?
I
Six
forgot
Nine's
that
part of
even
the Illuminati.
existed, dude.
No, I was
And
just
I
joking. I
forgot
don't
his
even think that's
name.
I
a.
haven't heard of the Illuminati since like 2016, bro. That's when all those MLG memes were out.
Mhm. Ale, you remember when we were at your house?
Oh
Yeah, you
god,
guys touched me in places that didn't want to be touched.
that's not true.
It's true. I was a victim.
Oh my god. All right, what
I
is your
peed
guys'
my pants.
I remember that. I remember.
Dude, brother just ran into the bathroom and was like, oh, I'm gonna do a funny. And then I went and I peed. Peed.
Are you sure it wasn't like any of your sports?
What?
Are you sure like it wasn't any of your sports?
No, that was accidental.
All right, moving on. What is your guys' opinion on Anonymous coming back after 3 years?
They definitely know a lot about the government and how the system works. They can pretty much ruin any like celebrity's life, considering they have access to everything. Well, I believe that they have access to pretty much almost anything because they're like they got hired by the FBI and stuff.
They got what?
Hired by the FBI like a long time ago.
Oh, they did? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's pretty much what I think. I was gonna talk about some conspiracies that I believe in, but I can't really think of any off the top of my head.
We're like, what's the idea?
Well, like I can't like think of it. I can't think of any of them. Personally.
The Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
Oh my god. That thing's hella fire though, bruh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I still
What
eat
about
that.
Marco, you're not sitting in your
fuck.
chair.
Oh shit. I'm trying to talk in the mic, you know. Um, there's that also the other theory of like 9/11.
Oh, 9/11, let's get
Aliens.
inside
We don't
joke.
want to get into that. We don't want to get into that. No. Guys, I have bad news.
What?
What?
I gotta go. Cause
Alright.
my brother's bitching at me about something.
Alright.
Alright, well, you think this is a good time to end the podcast, or what?
Well,
Yeah,
this
we're
is
almost.
episode 1.
I mean, it shouldn't be too long.
It's just
Yeah.
an introduction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just an
pretty much an
introduction.
introduction.
Oh,
Cutting
this
all
is
the funny
what.
moments.
Yeah. Well, this is what we're gonna be doing now, so, like, this is how much we can get and, like, little time we had, but I think it turned out pretty good.
Bro, all I hear is.
Just laugh like that.
Is it really
I was just
lagging?
waiting for some. I
Yeah,
was waiting for
for someone to
somebody to
point it
say
out.
it.
All I hear is.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Lo. That's literally all I heard.
But, can you guys hear me, though?
Yeah.
Yes. Now I can
Yeah.
hear you.
Oh, so basically I was saying, like, I think it turned out pretty good. Like,
This first one.
yeah.
I mean, it would kind of help if like we had something like funny happen like once in a while. So like if we could get Rafa
did.
back, if we could get like Rafa back, but like
Rafa's not
have
gonna
him
wanna
be
do it.
serious
He's
for
not
like a
gonna
little
want
bit.
to do it.
Yeah, I know
You,
he's not gonna
you
want to
already,
do it because
you already heard his opinion about this. He said he's dumb.
yeah, no.
I'm not gonna say anything right now, because, like, I'm recording. But, yeah.
But you knew he's gonna cut it out, so.
Yeah, it's true.
Who would? Yeah, like you can just record the outro right now.
Alright.
So, basically, yeah, this is the first ever Minecraft podcast in the world. And
Yeah.
hopefully we can be doing more longer ones, and hopefully we can have some guest stars. Not stars,
Like
but
James
just
Charles.
guests.
We're already planning on some new
Elon
Yeah.
guests.
Musk, the official Elon Musk.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
Imagine.
planning on getting on
on
more
this.
people and, like, other small YouTubers, so, like, comment down below if you want to be featured in this podcast.
Okay.
We are on PlayStation. Just to let y'all know, we're on PlayStation.
Yeah, just comment on down low your PSN,
Comment your gamer tag.
and
And we'll probably invite you on.
we'll probably contact you. Also, follow
Yeah.
our social medias. Marco, you want to plug that?
Yeah, let me plug the social medias real quick. So we have an Instagram, and it's at Minecraft Podcast. No
No
underscores,
space.
no
We're
spaces.
the first ever.
We are the first. Yes.
And
Literally
then
the
the same
first
thing as
ever.
a TikTok.
And on TikTok,
Yeah,
we are
exactly.
the same thing. It's Minecraft Podcast.
There'll be a link in the
They'll
description.
be linked in the description. So you guys go check this out.
All right, thank you
Alright.
for guys for watching. This is Marco,
Yes,
That's
I
Gerardo.
am Kool Aid Man.
Gerardo, Ale, and Leo. All right.
And we out.
Yep.